Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another Watcher of Realms video. I just got done recording this entire video, so we're going to re-record the entire thing because I didn't realize that they post half of the patch notes in Discord and then the other half is in-game. Actually, this is kind of like the full patch notes. I don't know why they don't post any of this in Discord, and I don't know why there isn't a separate channel, but anyways, let's go. So, all right, first thing, I guess I will just pull up the Discord real quick and talk about the patch notes here because they are slightly different. They don't show everything in the in-game one, so you kind of have to go to both sources. So, patch notes are coming 9/12. That's next week, Tuesday, which is today. Yeah, we're going to get new faction trials. I don't know what this means up here because it doesn't really make sense. It says Chapter 8 will bring 8 new exciting stages to the campaign. I think they meant to say Chapter 9. I think that's a typo. This is Chapter 9, which is coming. I think this is all a typo, so just ignore all of this. But we got 2 new factions, Infernal and the Eco-Terrorists. So those ones are adding. These factions do have very, very, very bad epics. I think that's why they've been waiting to add them because unless you have legendaries, it's going to be... I'm not going to say it's going to be hard, but you're going to build legend or epics that aren't very good. So, okay, we got new... whatever these are called, artifacts coming to Nightmare. No one in the game is really clearing Nightmare. There's, I think, 3 people I know who are able to clear Nightmare. So not a lot of people are doing this. It's going to be very, very difficult for 99.99999% of the player base. I did videos on Void Rift Hard, and I got a lot of comments saying, you're not getting a lot of views because no one can be normal, the first boss in normal, or even the first level in normal. So a lot of people are not even getting to hard, let alone Nightmare. So no one will really get these, but they're added to the game. It's more a time issue for me. I think I have everything I need to do it, but every fight I would have to re-gear all my heroes. There's no saved gear sets in this game. There's not a lot of quality of life stuff in this game right now. They're adding a lot of stuff kind of every couple weeks, but we need saved gear sets. We need other quality of life stuff. We need changes to the PC client so it doesn't minimize constantly and have sound problems and blah 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 blah. But I think the saved gear sets is a huge problem for most people on being able to complete content because I spend hours re-gearing my team every day. Like Guild Boss, for example, I could beat Guild Boss right now 1 key, but that would require me to spend 3 hours every day doing my gear, and I'm not doing that. I don't have time for that. So, yeah, short rant on that. Okay, new event, Wild Sands. Some heroes are to embark on new adventures by exploring fresh stages, experience new features, and enjoy bountiful rewards. Okay, so a little thing that we do. Maybe it'll be information in game. Yeah, okay. Some heroes are too overpowering in the arena while others are too weak. We're working on putting more work into optimizing the arena. The counter mechanics, which are hidden and we don't have any information on, by the way, against certain heroes will be made stronger so those heroes will no longer dominate an arena. Right now, there's nothing that tells you why I'm getting attacked more than my enemy. Like, there's the boss that like attacks your base every time. It's a different attack speed, and none of that information is given on why that's happening. So there's a lot of hidden mechanics in Arena. So it makes it really hard to build teams for Arena when you don't know how anything works, right? There's hidden timers. The rounds randomly time out with no timer, and the bosses randomly have different attack speed depending on, I don't know if it's your BP or if you're losing or winning. There's some random mechanics that aren't really talked about, and there's no information on them. So it's kind of weird. More languages added to the chat channels. They're adding Philippines, which everyone speaks English in the Philippines. I've been there many times, and every single person I interacted with speaks English. So it's kind of weird, but okay, it's cool. More channels, more languages, etc. Spamming. They're gonna make some changes for that. Gold, again, when you get end game, gold is not a problem, but early game, and most people are early game in this. I think 99.99% of the player base is early game. And yes, you do have gold problems early, but once you get later and you're farming mythics and you're sitting there, when you get your first set of mythics, you're just looking for a good main stat and you're going to level it up. And yes, that's very expensive. But later, when you're looking for good rolls, if you're looking for a good main stat with 2 good substats, you'll get rid of 99.9% of your gear, which will just give you all the gold. Like I'll do 400 runs and I'll maybe keep 20 pieces of gear. So the 380 pieces that I'm selling is going to give me enough gold to level up a couple of those other pieces. So Void Rift is too difficult right now for players to clear. Yes, 1,000%. It is too difficult. They just redid it again, and the new Calypso in the first phase is like so hard. It's like double as hard as it was last week. We had the same boss last week, but for some reason this week it's literally double as hard. I can't get it down. I've spent a couple hours, and honestly, I'm thinking about going back to normal. It's crazy. Like, I could re-gear my whole team and try some more strats, but I just don't have the time to do that because there literally is no quality of life. You know, there's no save gear sets, which is a huge problem. And the time it takes to level up gear is like hours. Like, I start leveling a piece to 16, and then I walk away, you know? Come back 10 minutes later for it to be finished. So they do need to make some quality of life changes. And then I think content will be a little bit easier because you'll be able to move sets around. You'll be able to actually level up gear in a reasonable amount of time. But all right, let's see what else we got going on in here. Void Rift, adjusted unlock requirement. Okay, fine. Prepare to welcome epic Olog. I don't know what this means. Does this mean they give you a free Olog you can use throughout the Void Rift? I don't know what that means. Okay. We have optimized the overall difficulty to ensure a more engaging and balanced combat experience. That's good. Nightmare, or whatever the highest difficulty is, should be extremely hard. Hard should be hard, but not impossible. And normal should be easy-ish. You know, depending on your account, that means something to some and different thing to others. But anyways, a different map is added to phase 2 of the Void Rift, bringing Crimson Star into the battlefield, whatever that means. I don't know what that is. The portal mechanism has been adjusted, now requiring a simple tap. Okay, before, if you accidentally ran through it, it would just move you over. Now it looks like you have to actually click it, so that's fine. Hero adjustment, here we go. None of this information in Discord for some reason. Zealous, 29 to 25. That's a big change as well. Killing an enemy increases damage increased by 10% for 5 seconds. Brand new talent. I don't think he had a talent before. Now his cost is reduced. That's great. His initial rage is also increased. That's great. So buff to Zealous. That's great. He was very, very underperforming. The cost thing was like... whenever I see a hero with a really high cost, I just think to myself, why? Why? Zealous is a bad hero. He has a really high cost. Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? Still, 25 is high. I mean, Morrigan is like, what, 19? And Vierna is like 20. So why is he 25? What justifies that for this hero to be so expensive? Doesn't make sense to me because he's not that great. I mean, yeah, he's good in GR1, but you're not really going to... He's good in GR1. Maybe you're going to use him in Tide. You're not going to use him anywhere else. So it's kind of weird, but I see they're fixing it somewhat. They're reducing it by a good amount, and they're making him stronger. So that's cool. I have 9 copies of him because he's one of the most common legendaries in the game. So that's going to be pretty sweet. I can't wait to try him out with the new changes here. Regulus. Like this guy. Now he's going to... upgrade available. Upgrade available. Oh, before there was no upgrade for Regulus. I have mine fully booked out, which is good because now it's going to be easier to get those if I want them. But now it's going to restore rage. That's going to be huge for him. The biggest problem with Regulus is when you're trying to use him in like GR2, he doesn't have enough rage to use his ultimate every time the boss does. So this is going to help him a lot. Give him a little bit of attack speed and he's going to restore rage like crazy. So that's pretty cool. Demon, revamped. Totally revamped. Okay. Nightmare now. He has a faction. Before he had no faction. He's a fighter. Basic, deals damage. Okay. Talent, greatly reduces the revival time. For each revival, increases cost by 4. Okay, so he's like Aatrox, the new Chaos epic we got. Very similar to that. He has the same exact talent. When deployed, increases attack. For every 3 attack landed, the next one inflict a stun. Okay, cool. Blood Coil, when deployed, deals damage to up to 3 nearby. Okay, so a little bit different. Now he has a faction, which is cool. He didn't have a faction before, so that's pretty sweet. Lightlock is getting a nerf, I think. Restores 3 extra rage when healing the same ally. Okay, it's a new talent. That's cool. Bug fix. Fixed a bug where the splash damage of Light of Courage would affect an incorrect number of targets. So it was hitting too many people. It was very strong. A lot of people were relying on this to do Gear Raid 1, but now it's going to be less easy to do that. Man, they really messed up with the formatting. I can't read what's going on here. Awaken 1. Optimization. Increases the splash damage of Light of Courage by 120. Increases the splash damage of Light of Courage by 50. Oh, wow. That's a big nerf. Okay. So now it's going from 120 to 50, and it's hitting less targets. So that's, I think, is going to be kind of useless now. I'm thinking, but I don't know. I never used him. I didn't rely on him. I was just going to make him on my free-to-play account to use him to help me with content, but now I don't know if I'm going to fuse him. Maybe I won't. Kook, aka Cuck. He is, what do we got? This says gear hero. Okay, so optimization, poison duration 3 to 5 seconds. Oh, that's the poison trap. Okay. That will not really change anything. The poison trap is kind of useless. He throws it randomly, and honestly, it messes you up. If I could delete that poison trap, I could, because when you're trying to do auto runs in Artifact Raid, he'll put it, and then you can't place a hero there. So it kind of bricks your auto runs sometimes. What I was doing to get around it is I was placing Dahlia in the spot that I needed to be unblocked so that he couldn't place his trap there. And then I was deleting her after she gives the first cost increase. That's how I got around it, but that's worse. Well, it's not worse, sorry. It's better, but I don't like the poison trap anyways, so really no change in my opinion. Added 10 mythical artifacts. These are all for Nightmare Void Rift, I believe. So no one will have these and whatever. Totally fine. Volca exclusive, Ajax, Setram, Twin Phoenix. Oh, these are all the exclusive. Oh, okay. Brokir. They're adding Brokir's artifact into the game, but he doesn't exist yet. He's not in the game. Interesting. Okay. Adjusted the Marksman exclusive artifact Blood Drinker. Before, dealing damage, grants lifesteal. Now, restores HP based on max HP. That's a big nerf, but it increases the damage, so I think that's a buff. Lifesteal's cool. We don't have any way to get lifesteal in this game, really, right now. They only have the ones that restore on max HP. I think Volca, is hers damage dealt or max HP? I forget. Adjusted the Mage Blue Sea Ice Ring. Chance of slowing. Now it's going to increase the damage and has a chance of slowing. Which triggers... Oh, they reduced how often it can happen. That kind of sucks. I kind of liked that artifact before. Now the damage is nice, but you can only slow once every 4 seconds. Before, you could just continuously slow, I think. So that kind of sucks. Increase the weekly diamond rewards for the following arena ranks. Okay. A little bit more diamonds. That's fine. Revamp the explanations of victory and defeat rules in arena. Cool. Maybe they'll finally talk about the hidden stuff that we don't know about. You know, the attack speed of the enemies. You know, why is the enemy's enemy attacking less often than me? I've had times where I've been winning. I've won every battle, but I've lost. So it's weird. I don't know. There's some hidden mechanics. They also don't show the timer. So maybe they're going to add some more information on how long the rounds are. Maybe they'll add a timer for each round instead of, you know, just kind of guessing when it's going to end. Because it's hard to time your ultimate and stuff when you don't know when the round ends. You know what I mean? Adjusted the timing of the second wave of the battles in arena. This is the one that was a big problem, was because I'd always time out the second wave regardless of what happened. But then there was another bug where it showed my enemy dying and the enemy's enemy not dying. And it was a bug that was really confusing me for weeks. So that's cool. Added arena rank reward preview. Okay. Fixed a bug where forcibly exiting an arena battle would not result in point deductions. Okay. So people were exiting and then they wouldn't get a loss. Interesting. I didn't know that was a bug. Okay. Stages. Added 2 new trials to the faction trial. Yet Infernal. I talked about those. We'll go look at the epics in a minute because they're quite bad from those factions. Adjusted the drop rate of epic gear items and increased drop from 7 to 9 in Gear Raid 1. That's great. That's where I'm farming right now on my free-to-play account. And you don't get a lot of epics. I'll say that right now. Adjusted the drop rate of epic gear in 3 to 5 of Gear Raid 2 and 3 as well. Okay, great. Cool. Well, I guess it says adjusted. I guess it doesn't... Oh, and increased. Okay, yeah. Increased. That's good. Gear Raid 3 difficulty adjustment lowered the difficulty of stages 1 to 9 and 16 to 18. Yeah, Gear Raid 3 is quite hard. You need really good marksmen to beat it. I get it. Increases the difficulty of stages 10 to 15. Oh, but they increased the difficulty of 10 to 15. They reduced 16 to 18. Okay, interesting. Maybe it was just a little bit off where 10 to 15 were a little bit easier and 16 to 18 were harder, I guess. Adjusted campaign stage N58. So as normal 5-8, you will now face Nazim. Oh, they're adjusting some of the stages. Adjusted the campaign stage. You will now face Scorched Devourer. Lowered the difficulty of specific stages within the Spectral Rift. Yeah, these I remember being quite hard when they first opened. Chapter 8 normal. Okay. Guild. You can now use a fuzzy search to find guilds based on partial names. That's good. So it doesn't need to be exact. A lot of the games you have to type the name exactly. If you get it wrong, it won't show you it. So that's fine. Edit a feature to display each guild's language information. Okay, that's great. Fine. Optimize the logic behind suggested guilds. Okay. Optimize the skip features logic. Ensuring that whether you choose to skip or not, the chest contents will be clearly visible. Yeah, I've noticed if you click too fast, it doesn't show you what happened. So that's good. You can now display your preferred country region information. Okay. Initially, your country region info is determined based on your device's IP. Okay. So I saw this in the test server. It says what country you're from based on your IP. That's cool. May not always be accurate. Yeah, if you're using a VPN or something. You can edit your displayed country region. Okay, that's fine. Added a best records tab in the player info interface, allowing you to view your top achievements in each raid. I love this. I love this. These records will become visible to friends and fellow guildmates. I love this. Prior to this update, won't be displayed. I love this. A lot of times I will get a fast run and then I'll forget what team I used to get there. So then if I'm trying to improve on it, I don't remember what the team was. I love this. This is a great update. That's pretty cool. I like this update so far. I haven't really gone through the updates because they're not clearly visible in Discord, and sometimes, you know, there's so much information in here. I think it just needs to be organized just a little bit better. But I love the communication from the developers. I love seeing all of this information. You know, I feel like they post 2 or 3 times in Discord. I think that's great. I think that's really great. I love that feature. That sounds awesome. And now I'm going to be able to go look at other people's clears, see what teams they used, see how long it took them. I don't know if you can play a video or how that works. That would be kind of cool as well. So you could just, like, you know, if you had a friend who beat a level you didn't know how to beat, you could watch a video. I don't know if it's going to be that, or just kind of say, this is the team, this is the time, and maybe you can see the gear they have on them. That would be useful. Alloy the following ding guys, give friendship points. Okay, we didn't have that as daily. That's fine. Now they added those. You can get a little bit of stamina if you didn't know. Your player profile now showcases heroes with faction and lord icons for quick identification. Cool. You can now view whether any of your friends or guild buddies have cleared a certain stage. Cool. I like that. Optimize certain chapter rewards. Okay. Optimize certain quest descriptions and rewards in Hero Path. So all of the work we did recording what's in Hero's Path is going to change a little bit. That's fine. Weekly and monthly quests will now refresh once all rewards have been claimed. Oh, so does that mean you can do them again? If you finish the monthly, maybe I can do them again, or start on the ones for next month. I don't. We'll have to see how that works. Commanders registered before the update can get ancient for free. What? Commanders register before the update. I guess everyone just gets free ancient summoning crystals. Okay. If you've played the game or you already have an account. Okay. Optimize the descriptions of secret achievements. Okay, I don't even know what that means. Optimize the icon display, finally. All of these had a typo. 3, 4, and 5 psychic powers. They all had a typo, and they all said that they're only used for 3 to 4 star, even the 5-star ones, or 2 to 3. I forget what it said, but they had a typo for like the last 2 months. I reported it a couple times. It looks like they're finally changing that, so that's cool. I mean, it's just a simple typo. I mean, it said on there it was a 5-star, but the actual description, it was just funny because it was a 5-star and it says like used for promoting from 2 to 3 star or 3 to 4, whatever it said. It's just kind of funny. Optimize some music and sound effects for a more enjoyable experience. Hey, I wonder if they fixed the bug in the PC client where it plays 100% volume regardless of your setting. So I have my settings at 3% because 3% is still quite loud. And it would play 100% volume. It would like wake up my kid and stuff. It was so loud when you went into the PC client. So maybe they're fixing that. That's pretty cool. Red dot notifications will now appear more logically. Okay. Optimize the animation of preview pop-up windows for certain rewards. Okay. Optimize the visual of the Dwarven Association. Okay. When tapping on another player's option to blacklist and block, you will not see. Okay. Campaign milestones rewards are now directly displayed, allowing you to instantly see what you receive. Okay. When you switch to other apps while in auto fight mode, the game will remain active in the background. That's amazing for people who play on the phone. This enables battles to smoothly pick up where you left off. A lot of games, mobile games, when you go to like answer a text message, it just exits the game. When I used to play Awakened Chaos there, it was such a problem that I could never get my auto runs done, so I was forced to play on a PC. That's pretty cool. Now auto fights and tide won't pause. Okay. Now your device's screen can enter sleep mode while the game processes post-battle rewards. Okay, that's cool. The Gold Dragon Pass interface now, you got to drag up to see the rest of them. The Gold now offers a detailed view of the level rewards, making your goals more transparent. Optimize the display of summoning pool details with separate sections for summoning rules and pity timer rules, providing a more intuitive way to grasp summon. Oh, I thought they were going to tell us the drop rate of every hero. Because there's clearly a difference inside those tiers. They have like lords and then they have non-lord Legos. There's obviously a difference between pulling Shamir and Salazar, for example. Because I've pulled thousands of duplicates, but there's still 16 legendaries I don't have, or I don't even know what it is now, 16, 15, whatever. Okay. I think this means, like, for example, the chaos summons, whatever they call them, there's no rules on them right now in game, even though you can get those in the game, but they don't tell you what it is until the events open. So maybe they're leaving those open, I think, maybe. Added event icons to raids that offer trophy rewards in Hero Conquest Cave of Relics. Okay, trophy. Okay. Optimize the visuals of the event hall by making it full screen. Full screen. Okay. I don't really know what that means. I don't really know what that means at all. But okay, they're making some improvements. Now we just need the sets, the saved gear sets, and maybe reduce the time it takes to level gear. And I think we have a good amount of quality of life stuff in the game. Those two big things is the only thing why I say we need a little bit more quality of life in the game. But looking forward to that. Now let's go just real quick through these two. You can see not a single good epic in this entire faction besides Dolores. So I can see why they waited on the faction stuff. And same thing for Eco Terrorist. There's nothing good here. There's literally not a single good epic. This guy's okay. So you're just kind of forced to build people unless you have like Comet, for example. You could probably solo it with Comet. They had some changes to Cyclone. We'll see how he is. But yeah, okay. That's it for the video, guys. Kind of a long one, but I wanted to cover everything in the patch notes because there's kind of a lot. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like and the subscribe button. Let me know what you guys think below. What do you think about my assessment of the patch? Do you guys like the patch? Do you not like the patch? Is there anything else you want to see? I'd love to hear what you guys think. And that's it for the video, guys. Hit that like and the subscribe button. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys.